Doing a little bit of a check-in. Don't mind the craziness of my hair. It has been a day today. At the end of the night, I wish I looked as decent as I did during the day. And once again, we have a film on this that I don't understand why. Maybe do that. I'm kind of just playing around. I'm sitting here. Actually, I've got a mango margarita. Just doing a little check-in. How was everyone? Honestly, I'm just playing around. Kind of killing time. I was looking some stuff up on the internet. It's been a day. It's like each day my body hurts more than it did the day before. And apparently I've got a pinched nerve, like somewhere back in here, because my whole hand keeps going numb. It's a mango margarita, the one I made last week, and it's been in my freezer. What have you been waiting on? And what have you been praying for? I keep praying for God, my higher power, to open a door of opportunity for me. What's your pet peeve? Do you have a pet peeve? I have an issue with people who cannot make a decision, who refuse to make a decision because they've allowed other people throughout their whole life to validate a feeling, therefore keeping them in fear of making the wrong choice. So therefore they won't make a choice. Are those that when they finally do make a choice, it's the same kind of repeated pattern that they've always chose. This is so good. And my mouth is getting like frozen. I had like this much margarita mix. And then I had some frozen strawberries and mango. But what's your pet peeve? What don't you like? What just gets under your skin? And why is it so hard for people to make choices? People that grow up in a very structured environment where somebody's always making the decision for them, they have a hard time making choices. They have a hard time making decisions. I'm looking at my dog. She wants my spoonful. You can't have this, Bougie. Sorry. It's cold. But what is it? Why can't you make a decision? And I know this morning, whoever said she's using profanities at us, thanks for the comment. It was cute. Some people do not act upon anything if some form of a profanity is not used towards them. It's not to be taken personally or to be used against anyone, but some people don't know any other language than that. And in order to fight fire with fire, you need to talk to people like they know how to be talked to. So if I offended anybody, I'm really sorry. It wasn't meant to like be a personal attack against anyone. But how was your day? How was your day? Did you get things accomplished? Were you able to make every single deal that you wanted to make? Were you able to make that sale? Were you able to finish the project? Were you able to get some things lined up so later in the week, if it's not raining like it is here in St. Louis, you can accomplish what you've set out to do? I'm Kitryn Marie. I reside in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an artist, writer, speaker, life, and a business coach. Teach a variety of art classes. I have a published book. Can't see it. There we go. When He Had Her, available on Amazon. Working on my second book. I mentor people who want change in their life. I mentor people who are so stuck in the reality that they have created for themselves that they don't know how to get out of that rigidness. What are you doing? You're such a pretty girl. I have all the dogs underneath me. I left them out. They ran around. And I was like, I didn't want to put them in their crate. But what is it about your life right now that you cannot move forward and you cannot make a decision? You cannot choose right, left, forward, backwards. What is it? What keeps playing in your mind? Is it fear? Is it you don't have the correct support? Is it you need somebody to tell you what to do in order to make that decision to go forward? What is it? What holds you back? What part of repetition do you keep doing, thinking by osmosis something is going to give away and change, that your situation might be any better? It's not a respect thing either, because I understand some people are not risk takers. They're very adverse to change. They're very adverse to, but this is my familiar. This is my miserable stuck zone. My dog's going to bark now. Nell, get over here. Come on, get over here. Come on. Get over here. Come on. But when you choose, when you decide to make that concrete, do not choice, it's a matter of, it was a firm thought that had a solid act behind it, allowing you to make a decision for something different. So why is that so hard? Why is that so difficult for many people to make a choice, to make a decision, to go in a different direction? I'm gonna put my hair up a second. Don't look at the background. I'll be right back because I don't know how to put this thing on pause. Hold on. What are you doing in the chair? Okay. I'm in my work clothes still too. But what is it? Why is it? Why can't you make a choice? Why can't you make a decision? Who has influenced you or not influenced you? And what does it take for you to make a choice? And I know I'm being redundant and okay, that's better. Being redundant and saying the same thing over and over again. Some people look for reasons to back out of things. They sabotage their own happiness. They sabotage a different way of life. They use the term capacity. They reach their own capacity. They cannot get past that level because there is some form of fear, a blockage that says that if I choose to go forward, to make another choice, to make another decision, that means I no longer can go back to what was. People who create situations, they start arguments. Their behavior becomes very erratic. They stop coming home. They stop having eye contact. They stop having any form of intimacy. They choose not to have a conversation because therefore it is uncomfortable to have the conversation. I can't make the decision to go forward. So it is best in their mind to run away, to disappear, to take the coward's way out, to back out of something. Because if they would choose to go forward to get past that block, they're going into a unfamiliar territory, and they're not sure if that choice that they are making is going to benefit them. And in order to keep that safety measure of protection, they don't make choices. They backtrack, they backpedal. We talk about that in my vision board class when we're talking about life choices and the path that you were on and what did it take to get you from one realm to another realm to another realm, but now all of a sudden you're stuck. And you need to question, what is it about this rigidity that you were in right now that doesn't allow you to go forward? Only you know. Only you know why you do what you do. Only you know, if you are true to yourself, you can hold that mirror up and look at yourself. You know why you don't make choices and why you do not make decisions. And like I said previously here, when you grow up in a very structured environment where somebody is forceful about, you are going to do this, they don't give you the safety measure to make the choice or decision on your own. So therefore, in order to be compliant, you go along with it. And then you get to school, whatever your school situation was, and in order to be a good student and a good kid, you follow the rules. You do what you are told so you don't rock the boat, so you don't make waves. And then you go on to high school, especially if you are going to a school of the same gender. There's hierarchy. There's familiar. Everybody is the same. If you go to a Catholic school, everybody is in uniform. And they do that on purpose. So it doesn't give you the opportunity to be an individual. It just pushes you through so you can be like everybody else. And you're told what to do, how to do it, when to study, when to eat, when to take a break, and to do it all over again. Hierarchy, structure, routine, rule. Takes away your independent thinking. Then you get out of school, and then what do you do after school? What regimen do you put yourself in that you are following the same? Somebody else is making choices for you. Somebody else is giving you direction. Somebody else is telling you when to sleep, when to eat, when to study, when to work, how to make your money. And then you're so inundated with following the rule and doing what somebody else tells you to do, you just succumb to that rule, always making a choice and a decision for you. Then you get involved with somebody. If you have never learned to be an independent thinker, if you never learn to make choices and decisions on your own, you end up getting involved with somebody And because you can't make that choice, you can't make that decision, you look at that person to provide for you what you cannot do for yourself. Whether it be where you live, how you dress, how you act, because you somehow cannot have your own personality. You adapt to whom you are with, and you become them. You mesh into them. You become what they like, what they do, because there is no you. You have followed rule your entire life. It's like those people who, and it's a part of codependency, those people who get so enmeshed with who they are involved with, they don't know who they are, because they have always become somebody else, through somebody else's choices, through somebody else's decisions. We see women who get involved with men and they give up all of their friends, they give up anything they ever thought they liked to become so engrossed in what he is doing, they lose themselves. We have people who throw themselves into religion because they are looking for that sense of, if I have this much faith and if I have this much belief, then that higher power is just going to make that choice and decision for me. When in the reality of, God helps those who help themselves. And when God sees what you were trying to achieve and what you were trying to do on your own, he opens doors. Like at the beginning of my video, right now I am asking for my higher power to open a door of opportunity. Through every step that I am taking, through everything that I am attempting, I no longer can do it on my own, and I am looking for a higher realm to open that door for me, because I choose. I am making the decision. I need something different in my life. I need to go forward in my life. I need to have more stability in my life, financially, physically, emotionally. You know, I come home from my job and I hurt in ways that I can't even explain how much I hurt, to the point where I am in such pain that it almost makes me sick. This is all something new, and to me, being the physical person, physical activity, always going and going and going, and I'm getting to that point in age, and I'm like, why can't I go like I used to go? Knowing I need to make the decision, this isn't working, and I need to do something different. I need to make a smarter choice for the next 48 years of my life. So I am asking you again, what is your pet peeve? What is it about the choices that you can't make, or the decision that you need to make to get you out of whatever bad situation you might be in? What decision do you need to make for growth and progress and to evolve? I can wait all night. Let me know. How you choose and how you decide very much reflects the life you are living right now. And when you continuously choose the same patterns, the same routine, the same familiar, miserable comfort, the same type of individuals, because it's just easy, it's familiar, you never go forward, you never break past that capacity that you know you need to go for growth, to do something different, to do something greater, for a higher purpose for the rest of your life. But I am Kitryn Marie. I do reside in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an artist, writer, speaker, life and a business coach, teach a variety of art and communication classes. They're not a course, it's a class. Take what you need, leave what you don't. Take a creative art class, painting class. It's $48 a person. I provide all the supplies. You bring your 12 friends. I have a venue, or I come to you. Want to learn how to put a vision board together based in life coaching, a cut and paste art project, so we can talk about those choices and those decisions and who has influenced you and why you feel you are stuck due to fear, not getting past the capacity that you have. I want to know who influenced you, who was your product of environment, who told you you couldn't do this, who made you believe you needed to stay in fear to keep you in that familiar routine, regimen, hierarchy. I want to know about what are your dreams? What are your passions? What are you hoping for the rest of your life? If you're young, making smart choices, you have your whole life ahead of you. Being in your 50s and your 60s, reflecting on how your body is reacting to the job that you have done for the last 30 years, for the emotional turmoil that you have chosen to get involved with people you didn't need to be involved with, the mental wherewithal of life in itself and how it's affecting you now. And then, of course, your money. How are you spending your money? How are you saving your money? You can't take it with you. Do you think that by hoarding what money you have is going to keep you safe? The fear of letting go, that fear of if I let go of it, I will have nothing. Therefore, you are living in lack of mindset because you do not have the faith in yourself to make the right choices to either save, to spend, put it in a 401k, put it in a retirement, buy a house, buy a boat, buy a better car. It's money. You let it go. It comes back to you. It's all the seeds that you plant because of a choice that you made to invest wisely, making the correct decisions, not based on fear, but knowing if I make this choice, this decision is going to give me a greater, better opportunity. I lived my life through experiences and through lessons and all the adventures that I have been able to, partake in. I teach those things in my class. Maybe you do want to veer out of your 9 to 5. Maybe you need a business mentor to help you make those smart choices. We look at the reality. And although I always say it's on the other side of make believe, sometimes you have to have that imagination. Sometimes you have to be willing to dream out loud, stating what it is that you are trying to achieve, letting everything align for you so you can make that choice to get to the end result of the goal that that's in your mind. My business coaching class is $95. It's for creative-minded women who really, really just want more. They want to learn how to monetize what they have, their gift, their talent. We can talk about your craft. We can talk about your trade. We can talk about what you learned and how you really need to be applying it, making the smart choices for smarter and better work opportunities. But again, I'm Kitryn Marie, reside in St. Louis, Missouri, artist, writer, speaker, life and business coach, published author, When He Had Her, available on Amazon. For today, for tomorrow, be happy, be blessed, be thankful for everything. Remember, fate turns on a dime, and it is up to you to decide what side of that coin you want to be on. Smart choices. Take a risk. Never fails the dog. But y'all, great evening. I'm going to finish my margarita here. And I'm going to do some more research. And then it's 8:30 here in St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm probably going to call it a night because today at work was just the restaurant industry. But y'all take care. And I will see you real soon. And this replay will show up tomorrow, I believe. But take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.